with the blessings of Sri V. Rajeshwara Swami. These are the teachings of Swami V. Rajeshwara Saraswati. He was a scientist who gave up everything to get on the path of dhyana and moksha. Through my childhood, I was very, very lucky to be in his presence, to seek knowledge and blessings from this great Guru. He is my primary Guru. How to cleanse karma? If everything goes according to karma, all our present actions are preordained by our past karma, then where is freedom for us? How can we destroy the effect of bad karma and build good future with good karma? Well, although our present status is determined by our past karma, we do have certain amount of freedom. In major events of life, there is no freedom. But in all other events, there is certainly enough freedom. When a situation is created by our past karma, we may have to act in a certain way, in a certain manner. In most cases, we are given some alternatives. Kartuma kartumanyata kartumve, which means you have the choice to do a particular work in a particular way, not to do or do it differently. In order to wash away the sins of past karma, charity, yajna, tapas, and devotion, these are the things that are prescribed. Through these, you can destroy your past sins and build a better future. You have the full freedom to do these. Nothing will come in your way except your own selfish, unwilling mind, which you have to overcome with determination. Karma is like the flowing water of a river. Water flows continuously. Fresh water comes from above and flows past you down below. In the process of flowing, the water gets purified by itself. Every time you make it dirty, again and again it gets purified just by flowing down for a while. Flowing of water is purely unselfish and intended to help all life. Similarly, if man does his work unselfishly for the benefit of others, all his actions, whether good or bad, whether preordained or by his previous karma or otherwise, will purify him and make him holy. Only selfish actions are binding. They are like putting filth in water. When suffering comes as a result of previous sins, suffering it out with repentance and without much ado will nullify the bad karma. Unselfish action is karma yoga. And Holy Bhagavad Gita repeatedly emphasizes karma yoga as the best means to purify oneself and attain the supreme goal of life. Man always keeps going, doing work in thought, in word, and in deed. He can't sit idle. Like the flow of water, karma of each man keeps continuously going. Karma, virtuous as well as sinful, has inevitable consequences. If done selfishly, with attachment, they are binding. If done unselfishly, without attachment, they are purifying. Even if the charity that you do is done in selfishness and egoism, though intended to help the poor, this act will become binding. By Karma Yoga, man exhausts previous karma, continuously purifying himself and adds no new karma. So, when you go out there to help people, please keep your cameras at home, because your intention to help the poor comes with act of binding. So when you do charity, it has to be completely selfless, unselfish, and keeping all your ego back at home and not to show the world. My father always says, what your right hand gives, your left hand should not know. And what your left hand gives, your right hand should not know. Now, if we are announcing to the world, taking photographs of the charity that we do, that charity is also coming with a bondage, with a bunch of its own karmas. And any act done with the thought that I'm going to get good out of it is no good act at all, because you are expecting something in return. So let us focus on purifying ourselves, cleansing our karmas, and doing charity without any expectation. That is true charity.